One of the things that depression can do is strip away your ability and desire to have fun. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can reintroduce fun into your life and use having fun as a secret weapon in the fight against depression. Hi everyone. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the importance of having fun and how having fun is an underutilized tool to overcome depression. But before I get into that, just a couple of disclaimers to go over. I'm a registered psychologist in the province of British Columbia, Canada, and this video is for informational purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute or replacement for advice from your doctor or mental health professional. Now, with those things out of the way, let's start talking about fun. Now, if you're experiencing depression or have ever experienced depression, the thought of having fun seems a bit unusual, or a bit of an unusual way of approaching dealing with depression, because one of the key symptoms in depression is something called anhedonia, which is a loss of ability to have fun or experience pleasure in life. And I've done a couple of videos on anhedonia in the past, so if you want to learn more about that, I encourage you to check those videos out. But the thing is, depression and fun kind of work together in sort of a negative spiral to drive and make depression worse. So if you're feeling depressed, you don't really have a lot of interest or pleasure in doing fun or rewarding activities that you used to like or enjoy doing, and so you don't do those activities. Well, what do you think happens to your mood as you're not engaging in activities that you enjoy doing? This isn't just the case for depression. If you took somebody who wasn't experiencing depression and you had them stop doing any of the enjoyable or rewarding activities that they did, it wouldn't take long for them to start showing signs of depression. So what depression does is it strips away the desire or interest to have fun, so you don't really engage in those fun or rewarding activities, and what that does is it feeds into the depression and drives your mood further lower, which means then you're even less interested in having fun, and then the cycle just snowballs. So fun is actually a critical tool in overcoming depression. Now, there are a couple of things that kind of stop people from having fun or reintroducing fun back into their life if they're suffering from depression. And the first is, we often see fun as kind of this optional, almost like childish activity to pursue. So maybe when you were younger, your parents would tell you things like, you can go out and have fun with your friends after you've done your chores. And sort of throughout life, it's common for people to sort of build up this understanding and this perception of fun as something that you do once all of your responsibilities and chores and tasks have been completed. Now, the problem with that attitude is, have you ever been at a place in your life where you stopped and looked around and said, I have no responsibilities, chores, or tasks to do? Well, probably not. There's always something more that you could be doing. And so if you have this attitude of, I'm going to put off having fun until all of my responsibilities are done, guess what's going to happen? You're never going to get around to having fun. And that's one of the lies that the depression gremlin will be speaking into your ear. That's one of the things that depression will tell you, is that it's childish and frivolous and silly to have fun. And so if you have any desire or any energy, you should be focused on work or tasks or chores, and then have fun later once all of those things are done. This is the fun pitfall. if you don't engage in any fun or rewarding activities, your mood is likely going to decline because you're not having any of those activities that are giving you energy, that are giving you a sense of enjoyment and reward in life. So this is a key point to understand. Don't wait until your responsibilities and chores and tasks are done before you start making fun a priority. Fun is not an optional part of life, or at least it shouldn't be, because if you treat fun as optional, what you'll end up doing is putting all sorts of things ahead of having fun. Now, these are important, mind you. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on work or focus on family or doing chores or activities around the house. But if that's all you do, and you don't find ways of incorporating fun or enjoyment and enjoyable activities into your life, all that's going to do is sap your energy and make you feel worse. So when people are often sort of recovering from depression and they feel their moods start to get a little bit better, there's a dangerous tipping point that can happen, that as the mood gets better and your energy increases, there's this desire to want to get all of those things done that I've been neglecting because I felt so depressed. So there are activities or there's repairs around the house that I haven't gotten around to. There's that work project that I'm way behind on. There's all of that household cleaning that I need to do. And so you start to feel better, and as your energy increases, what you do is you dive into all of these activities. And again, they're important, but is cleaning the toilet something that's inherently rewarding? Do you get any enjoyment or reward or pleasure or energy out of doing something like that? Well, probably not. And so as your energy increases, you throw all of that energy into these chores and tasks and responsibilities, these things that I call energy out activities. And what ends up happening? Well, they sap all of your energy and your mood goes down again. Because you've taken that little burst of energy, that improvement in energy, and you've invested all of that energy in activities that don't give you any energy back. And so your mood and your energy declines again. This is where it's really important that as you start to feel a little bit better, as your energy starts to improve a little bit, that you invest some of that energy into having fun, into activities that you enjoy, because those activities will feed back some energy and enjoyment into you, and that'll give you more energy to do more of those responsibilities and chores and tasks. So having fun is a really important tool. It's a really important tool in your toolbox to fight depression. And so part of this is reframing or changing the way you think about fun. It's not optional. It's not something that you do once you've completed all of your chores and tasks. It's something that is an important thing to be engaging in to help improve your mood. So what do you do? If you recognize that, okay, having fun is important, what can you actually start to do to rebuild fun into your life? Well, the first thing is to recognize that if you're experiencing depression, you're probably not all that interested in activities that you might have found enjoyable in the past. Again, this relates to that notion of anhedonia. So the first thing to do is to accept that as you start to re-engage in these fun activities, recognize that they may not feel fun or enjoyable or rewarding as you start to do them. And that's okay. That's part of the anhedonia. The idea is to continue to engage in these activities, and the fun and the enjoyment and the enthusiasm will eventually return as you engage in the activities more and more. So that's one key thing to remember and to pay attention to as you start to rebuild fun into your life. Now, one of the other challenges is you may not know, okay, nothing really seems like fun. I don't know what would even be very much fun to do. Well, think about what are things that you used to do for fun in the past. So before you began experiencing depression, what were some of the enjoyable or rewarding activities that you did? And think about ways of gradually reintroducing those activities into your life. So if you used to enjoy photography and you haven't been doing photography for a few years because you haven't really felt up to it and your mood's been pretty low, well, maybe reintroducing or re-engaging in photography again may be something that you can do as a way of rebuilding fun or enjoyment into your life. Now, the idea is you want to do this in a slow, gradual way so that you're actually engaging in these activities in a way that's sustainable, in a way that you actually have the energy to do. And so I've done some videos on goal setting, so I encourage you to take a look at some of those videos. If you're wondering, okay, how do I build fun? How do I engage in these activities if I don't feel like doing them? And how do I do them in a way that I can actually succeed at doing them? The other thing you can do to rebuild fun or enjoyable activities into your life is to try new things. Talk to friends and family about, what are some of the things that they do for fun or enjoyment, and use it as a bit of a chance to explore and try out new things, because you may try something out. You may have never done it before and you actually find that you enjoy it. I never thought I would enjoy snowboarding, but I go and I do it and it's like, wow, that was more fun than I thought it would be, or I enjoyed that more than I thought it would be. Never thought about being a runner or going for a run, but maybe I go for a run and I actually feel better doing it. You don't have to be limited in terms of what you've done for fun in the past. This is also an opportunity to try out new things, because maybe there are things that you've never considered before that can be something that bring a lot of fun or enjoyment into your life. So the key thing and the key point to take away, fun is not optional. Fun is a critical tool to manage depression. It's a critical tool for just managing life in general and having a sustainable lifestyle. So be sure that you're not sort of treating fun as kind of this optional second-class activity that you do once you've done all of your chores and responsibilities, because it's critical for a healthy lifestyle. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas about this, so please leave me some comments in the comments section down below. If you're enjoying my videos and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll be alerted every week when I post a new video. So that's all for today's video. As always, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one.